Welcome back. I'm going to talk to you today about relative clauses. These are a great way to add extra information into a sentence, and they always describe a noun. Have a look at my word class video if you want a bit more information on that. A relative clause begins with what we call a relative pronoun. Things like who, which, that, whose, where, when. They all describe the noun, and we have to make sure we choose the right relative pronoun for the thing we're describing. So if I was describing a person, I'd use who. If I was describing a place, I'd use where. A time, I'd use when, etc. If I was describing an object or an animal, it would be which. And the relative clause can come in different places within a sentence. So I'll give you an example. I could say something like, my sister, who is called Catherine, loves yoga. In that case, I've embedded the relative clause within the sentence, so it's an embedded relative clause. I say to the children, it's like it's in bed, it's right in there within the sentence. If I'm doing that, I need to use parenthesis, so either brackets, dashes, commas. I'll do more about that in another video. I could also put it at the end of the sentence. So I could do something like, I'm going to do yoga with my sister, who is called Catherine. That time the relative clause came at the very end. Notice though that I had to make sure that I kept the relative clause coming directly after the noun that I'm describing. So I moved the word sister to the end so that it stayed at the same place. If I hadn't done that, I would end up having described yoga. So if I had stuck with the first one and moved the relative clause to the end, it wouldn't have made sense. If I tried to say, my sister loves yoga, who is called Catherine, that doesn't make sense. It would have had to be something like, my sister loves yoga, which is very relaxing. So the relative clause will always come directly after the noun which it's describing, and it's good to watch out for that because there are often more than one noun in a sentence. So that's it, it's very simple. The three things we tell children to remember with this is it must come after the noun it's describing, choose the right relative pronoun to begin with, so who for a person, we wouldn't want to be saying something like, my car, who is silver, is a Toyota. That wouldn't make any sense. So make sure you're choosing the right relative pronoun. And also, if you're using it as an embedded clause within the sentence, it needs parenthesis, it needs brackets, dashes, or commas. So that's it. Very simple. If you've got any questions or comments, or if you would like to get in touch and tell me what else you'd like me to do a video on, please do. I'd really love to hear from you. Other than that, please share my videos, spread the word, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on anything. Thank you.